today we have 2 days left until our company arrives. We're not gonna get all of our projects done, but we have identified what has to be done before the guests get here. And we are gonna knock those out today and tomorrow. I'm here early. Everyone else is at Lowe's. My crew's at Lowe's getting things, but I came on over because I'm going to put the final coat on the pantry. So here we go. Okay, so here's where we're at. We have 1 coat of green on the trim board around the top and the baseboard. I did paint some of the pipes. I painted half of this pipe. I decided to wait on this because this hot and cold, we're gonna just cut it back there. And this drain line has to be rehooked up. I didn't want the guys having to deal with a wet, freshly painted pipe. So, first coat's drying. Gonna go find another project to do until it's time for the second coat. Okay, it has been a productive morning. I re-grouted that section of the tile. As we've established, it's not perfect, but it's gonna do at least through this summer. And I got a second coat on all of the trim and the pipes. So I still need to roll these walls one more time. Even though the guys did a good job rolling them before they put them up, it's raw wood. You're gonna get some bleed through or some, just absorbs the paint differently. So I'm gonna do one more coat, but I'm gonna let them get it all the plumbing done first. I don't think the ceiling needs another coat, so we can actually go ahead and hang our light fixture here. And I think I told you, but we're actually taking the fixture that was there, moving it in here, and we've got a new one that puts out a lot more light here. This is still our catch-all. This also needs one final coat, but I'm gonna do that at the end of the day because it's just too easy for people to brush up against it. We still need to cut the baseboard, mount this to the wall. We've still got little details to do, like we want some better screws in these shelves. So, but we're getting closer. I've had a very productive day. The guys got all the bedroom ceilings done upstairs. Obviously, we're working on that. I got all of the painting done in the pantry, again, with the exception of the pipes they've got to do some work on. Just for the fun of it, we brought in some of our shelving. And now the guys are turning their attention to set this cabinet. So we're gonna pull it out, pop off the baseboard, cut the baseboard, screw the cabinet in, put the baseboard back on in pieces. Here we go. We have been so busy today that I have done a terrible job of documenting the footage of what all we've done. One thing upstairs is all the ceilings are painted. We didn't think we were gonna get all of that accomplished, but these guys knocked it out. Now they're doing plumbing. So let me show you what they're up to. So you remember that we had to disconnect that drain, which is actually the drain to the bathroom on the other side. So they are reconnecting that. I still have to put another coat of paint on this cabinet and put the drawer knobs on, but I'm gonna wait and do that last thing right before we all leave so that we don't brush up against it. Nobody gets green paint on them. But for the most part, I think we're gonna make the goal that we have set to get everything that we set out to do before our company arrives. Hey y'all, so the last time you saw us, we were going full steam ahead to try to get everything finished. Well, everything that we were trying to get finished before our first round of company. And we have survived the company. And I realized I never showed you all those completed projects. So let me show you what we have completed, and then we'll talk about what's on our schedule next. So first of all, let's start upstairs. You remember that all of these ceilings needed some love. This one turned out great. Remember, we patched a piece here. All of this looks amazing. Let's see, in this room, we finally got this ceiling, if I can find the switch, we got this ceiling painted. I still have to paint these walls because it's that hideous color that absolutely must go away. I've never showed you the bunk room, which is my favorite room in the house. We've got bunk beds here, bunk beds here. This is a fun place to stay with kiddos or kiddos of all ages. And then you remember this room needed a good bit of work. We cleaned, paid some attention to the ceiling, put some additional screws, and then we painted it. The big thing that the guys have just completed is this window repair. So you can see this fresh wood. So if you recall, this window had shifted right up here, and we had a little bit of exposure there, which is what was creating the mold situation on the ceiling. So the guys worked from the outside. We had some rotten wood on the exterior, so they tore all of that off. They moved the window back up into place, and then they had to retrim it all the way around. So another project I have is to stain all of this wood. I'm gonna have to match this stain to that stain, so that'll be a fun little project for the future. But we've got this window back in place, which is good because we expect what's left of a hurricane to come right through there in a few short days. So this is nice and dried in. Downstairs is where the real transformation happened. Here is our new bar in all its glory. You can see we've got the milkshake maker. We've got the margarita glasses. We've got everything we need. This additional storage has been amazing. We've got koozies and plastic cups and just all those things that you don't quite know where to put them. They're all in here. We got that new light fixture in place. You remember we were trying to get power on this wall, so we moved that one up. And we got that one. I still need to get a stainable plug switch plate cover to go there. So we absolutely love our bar. Our countertop space has almost doubled. We had to do a little rearranging with the wall decor, of course. You remember we took this door down and what a difference that makes. And that's because our pantry is now pretty and we don't need to close that door and cover it up. So the door is right there. It's actually just been mounted right there to distract the eye from the ugly water heater. I think you saw us bringing some of these in. We've just got these shelves. We did settle on a mini fridge. There's our freezer that used to be there, then was in the bathroom. And then we just put up some additional shelves. These are actually repurposed shelves that were over on this wall originally. And just got some new brackets and painted it all this shade of green. Of course, you remember we were super pumped to have a light switch in here instead of the ugly pull cord. And maybe the best thing other than here, and if you really look back there, you don't see all of those pipes anymore. So we love our new pantry. We especially love our new bar and how all of this is now a functioning space. It's not just a hallway to get to the back of the house. Speaking of the back of the house, I'm not sure if I've ever shown you our game room. So when we have company here, this is where we are all the time. Monopoly, card games, Uno, sorry. We love to play games in here. This is our favorite place to be. You can see all of our pictures of the stones doing water things. And also back here is that bathroom, which you saw me painting. You saw it when it was a hot mess. I'm not sure you ever saw it completed. So here is those finished cabinets. Now I do see a little touch-up places here and there, but when I finally paint upstairs, I'll bring the paint down and do some touch-ups in here. But we finished this bathroom. The ugly paint color, the ugly paint color is gone. And this color is so much better. Oh, guess what? There's a little bit of that ugly paint color. We'll get that as well. So you can see it's still a work in progress, but we're getting there. So that's a wrap on these projects. We are going to move on to some other client projects, but hopefully we'll be back here once the summer is over to finish the things we did not get to. Stay tuned.